Well, so far it's back. Purring like a kitten. Well, here's what I figured out about my alternator situation. I'm 13.9, 14, that's at about 500-600 RPM. And let me, yeah, and it doesn't overcharge. Where it ought to be. Alright, so perfect. Here's what I figured out about this alternator overcharging issue. Two types of alternators in general, I guess, for all vehicles. And, you know, just the brands are different too, and the applications. There's externally regulated alternator, and then there's internally regulated alternator. The one that was on that straight 6 was an external. And I just put it on with the vehicle, you know, it was already part of the motor that I bought. So I just put it on there. And I guess what you can tell is the two prongs being vertical. Means is externally regulated. And if the prongs are dashes side to side, then I'll try to see if I can put a picture in here at this point. Then the other style would be the internally regulated. So anyways, that's what was going on. I wasn't sure, you know, I just hooked up the wires. I had to change the pigtail on that, which I did. I kind of was not sure because the wires are the same size, where the original was a 12 gauge and 16 gauge. So I went ahead and put the old GM pigtail back in, put the old alternator that came with my small block Chevy in, tightened the belt up, and yeah, works perfect now. It's doing exactly what it's supposed to do. Anyways, I looked online. I had to buy another one of these. I had to test it, to pass the test, you know, 3 times. I thought, well, you know, okay, I'll take it next door to the Advanced Auto Parts, and they test it too. But theirs gave me a little bit more details about, you know, the testing. Didn't really test for over voltage, but you know, it's one of those things, I guess, for that model, because it thought it was externally regulated, it didn't think it had to. Now, if I tested an internally regulated alternator, you know, I'm sure it would have tested the over voltage. But anyway, so I got that all figured out. That's good. I bought an alternator to replace that one that's down there. I'm just sitting here in my little side seat. Anyways, I bought another alternator, and it apparently I don't need it, so I'll go get my money back. I'm really glad that part's done. Now I got to get this tires switched around to pass inspection. I found I hate buying cheap tires, but to get to pass inspection, you know, Walmart's got a tire for $100. I mean, I can buy 6 of them, but I mean, I'm kind of tapped out on my fun money right now. But it's not exactly what I want to spend my fun money on either. But yeah, I may have to buy 1 or 2 of those just to get this past inspection. There's only one tire that's really bad. And I thought the spare I had in the garage that has never been installed would be good, but there's a chunk tore out around where the bead seals up against the wheel. Kind of before that, but it's like they didn't want to mess with it because it could laminate on the inside. So I went ahead and opted just to hold off on that. But I'm going to switch those tires around on my driver's side, the rear driver's side. Switch them around so the crack isn't so obvious, see if it passes. If it doesn't, I just go ahead and buy that $100 tire from Walmart. They also have them all the way up to $400 a tire, whatever you want to spend, but I don't want to spend that much. Anyways, that's kind of where I'm at today. Everything's running good. It starts, it's charging correctly now. I'm glad I can go get my money back on that alternator. It has only $60, but it's $60 you hate to blow if you don't need to. And whenever I go to put the small block Chevy back in, I'll just reuse that alternator. I don't need to go buy another one. It'll all fit together. Anyways, I think I'm going to go ahead and pack up and go get my money back from AutoZone real quick, and then I got to go to work early today at the Ford plant, so I don't know. I'm not going to be able to do much today here. This is Saturday. They've got us working 6-7 days a week. I try not to work that much overtime, but right now they're just throwing it at us. Anyways, oh yeah, I have messed that speedometer again. I need to try to figure that out. Yeah, actually, what I need to do is test drive it and then see if it tightening it all up, fix my speedometer. That may have, but I gotta hurry and run and get the autos on. I'll test drive it tomorrow. Nevertheless, that's all. It's all good. Thanks for watching. I'll see if I can insert some of those pics in here and edit this just a little bit. I don't like editing it too much, but that's another story we'll talk about. Thanks for watching. Bye bye. It's on. Okay, good deal. It's Bob here with Odin's Lock. I just got done turning that. Well, I went to go tell them at the AutoZone that I'm not taking that alternator that I paid for, and I got my money back. And so got that all taken care of. And of course, you know, they don't put it back in my account. They give me cash, and I gotta go to the bank, drop that stuff off. But anyways, they didn't know about the internal, external regulated. So it's something to keep in mind when you at auto parts stores. They don't always know all that stuff. Most of them have hardly any background at all in automotive. And for me, I mean, I've got a lot of years, but it's I'm not an expert. I try to figure things out as best I can, and nowadays with the power of YouTube, it's a whole lot easier than when I was growing up. I took auto tech school in 86, 87, and 88, and you know, in high school. And back then it was called VICA, Vocational Institute Pubs of America, and I wasn't that good, you know, at doing that stuff. I like hot rod stuff, but not too hot rod. You know, I mean, I like big carbs, headers, you know, posi track. I'm old school when it comes to automotive. I don't like the new stuff. And in the 1980s, the new stuff was what was more common to be trained to work on. And so CV joints, throttle body, fuel injected, all that kind of stuff, turbos, just wasn't my thing. Even when I was in the military, I got pretty bored working on diesel vehicles. You know, I worked on Humvees, deuce and a halves, 5 tons, the records, the Hemmets, all the different ones. Anything with the wheeled vehicle classification was I would work on. But I was low enough MOS that it's like I did a lot of the grunt work. I didn't get to do the fancy plug and play stuff, you know, where you just plug in wire harnesses and stuff. We actually, when you're low ranking, you do all the heavy lifting and the hard working. Not to say that the higher ranking people don't. Just where I was at, Fort Lewis, the higher ranking people did as little as possible. But anyways, you know, with the Stepvan, I've had a lot of adventure. I bought it used. It's a 1974 GMC. It's had a lot of issues, and like a lot of people, I'll look at something and see, you know, what it could possibly become. But you know, it's sometimes hard to get to that point. It's not a daily driver. My Stepvan isn't, and I want it to be eventually, and it will be. But when you buy an older vehicle, unless someone else has come in and redone all that stuff, you'll find yourself doing a lot of restoration stuff, and that's what I've had with this. When I first got it, I mean, if you look back to my videos, there's a big rust bucket. I mean, that was probably the nickname I almost went with, was Rusty, Rust Bucket, whatever. And so I cut out a whole bunch of sections of floor pan, rewelded a bunch of stuff. The passenger side, the sidewall, it's got issues. I cut out a bunch of stuff, rewelded, and unfortunately it started raining when I was welding, and I warped a part of it. But I plan on going back and redoing that. It's not necessary. It's not leaking. It's a good welds. It's not as cosmetically nice as I want it to be, and so that drains on me to, you know, I constantly think about how I'm going to fix that, and I will. I got to get this thing back on the road and driving and pass inspection. Most of my problems I've had with the V8 was an old wore out motor, and the odometer, the speedometer wasn't working when I got the vehicle, so who knows how many miles was actually on it. And you know, I'd venture to say it could well over 100,000, maybe 200,000. I don't know. Right now it says 20313, and then you know, it's between 3 and 4, so you know, 20,313. But I guarantee you it's over 100 or 200. You know, who knows? But that V8, I constantly had problems fighting it. You know, and it was smoking. I figured rings maybe bad. I actually after pulling the cylinder heads, the cylinders are pretty good. I think a lot of my problems was the cam got wiped out, and possibly from sitting around quite a bit. But I don't know, and I'm going to go ahead and new cams are pretty cheap. They're a little over $100, and lifters, you know, etc. I can get everything for 200. I may go with rocker style lifters, you know, match a cam to that. I haven't decided yet what I'm going to do. That's going to be $300, $400, $500, $600, depends on who I go with. And you know, if you buy a system that's already matched, you know, it's going to cost more, but it's going to be more guarantees. And you know, just getting an engine to start, I had a hard time, and so I still had a hard time believing that was just a cam that was causing it to not fire up. But I had igniting, you know, I mean, spark and everything. So you just when you do this stuff by yourself, you second guess yourself. You have a lot of concerns. In my situation, most of the people I know less than me with automotive, and that's just within my general circle of friends. They know a lot about what they work on, but getting into Stepvans and doing that stuff, you know, even though it's the old motor was a V8 and the new one's a straight 6, there's still people, they are like I used to be, where you just kind of worked on stuff, but you didn't really have a knowledge base to deal with. A lot of the older people, you know, I say older, my age, I'm 50 years old, you know, a lot of them, they got out of working on cars a long time ago. Unless they were going to make money at it, or unless they had a lot of money, you know, to throw at the hot rod. And even then, a lot of them, you know, they trusted mechanics. They took their stuff too. So I didn't really have I don't have a whole lot of resource to rely on. So I can just say thank Odin, thank God, whatever, Yoda, the Force, for YouTube and all the videos out there on YouTube. It's the only reason I'm still making videos. You know, the reason I wanted to kind of sit here and talk, you know, have my face on the video. I want to thank everyone out there that shares their videos. In my realm, Stepvans, you know, the small block Chevy V8s, straight 6s, whatever, you know. You don't know what you're going to find out there on YouTube. And I'm still learning how to do this hashtag thing where you tag things. It's partly why my videos have never really grown, and probably why they suck too. You know, I don't know. I don't want to be a professional YouTube video creator. I just want to make videos that can share something that someone may want, that knowledge. Maybe there's something they see that I have a vehicle similar to theirs, and they can kind of see maybe in some of my videos I might show something that they need to see, and they can always message me somehow on Instagram, which is Odin's Lock, or YouTube somehow, and I will get back with them. I mean, I don't have a whole lot of followers or subscribers or people that leave comments. So, you know, if there's something you want to see on the vehicle, and I can just crawl under there and get it, or talk to you about it, have at it. I'll be more than happy to share whatever information I have. I've done a lot of my own research, and I don't have a whole lot of time to put that stuff on YouTube videos. The other side of it is, I don't know why I can only do my videos for 15 minutes. Otherwise, it tells me I can't go any further. And I am verified through YouTube, so I don't know if I have to have so many videos before it will let me break that 15-minute threshold. I'm not sure, but I see other people doing longer videos. So I don't know how they do it. Maybe someone in the subscriber comments or whatever can leave a comment about what I need to do. I've looked through the YouTube frequently asked questions, and it doesn't show me, but I would rather have the ability to do 15 to 20 to, you know, up to 30-minute videos, because it's hard for me to splice stuff down to where I have everything that's worthy of being in video together, and I don't want to break it up so much. But anyways, I live in Liberty, Missouri right now. I've kind of been all over the place. I tag my videos all over the place on Instagram and everywhere else, just places I've lived or where I've had family. You know, because I like, it's kind of interesting someone to say, hey, I'm in Newton, Kansas. Well, I know a lot of people in Newton because that's where I went to high school. That's what I consider my hometown. I lived in Alpine, Texas, San Antonio, Texas, Universal City, Texas, Big Spring, Texas. I was born in Florida. I lived in Washington when I was in the Army. I've lived all over the place. And I really don't feel like Missouri is home, even though I lived here for a lot of years. My kids are graduated. My youngest is going to the Air Force here in about 4 weeks. But and he's 20. Turned 21 in January. Anyways, I just kind of wanted to have a little more personal video. You always hear my voice. Occasionally I'll post something with me in the picture, like when I did the back, you know, the panels and everything. But for the most part, I don't like seeing myself on video. I don't like my voice, you know, but it is what it is. I appreciate everyone for watching. Whether you subscribe or comment or like, it doesn't really matter to me. I'm not making money on YouTube. I share this stuff because someone else shared theirs, and it kind of keeps me going to be able to share this stuff. So, you know, like I said, if there's anything I can share with you that could help you with anything, I work at the Ford plant. I'm a pipe fitter at the Ford plant. I also have a locksmith business I do during the day. That's why I have a cargo van. That's what I was going to do with this vehicle too, was do some of my locksmithing with it, but I also want to have the room to roll stuff out and throw in my recreational adventure stuff in there. Like I have kayaks and all that stuff. I like to go fishing, camping. But I work at the Ford plant as a pipe fitter, and here in the Kansas City area, and I work in the afternoons, so I do what I can during the day, and sometimes I try to upload videos while I'm at work, you know, for my Stepvan stuff. But I don't really share a whole lot of the work stuff because they don't like that stuff posted. You know, of course, you know, and that's how most companies are. But anyways, I appreciate you guys watching, guys and gals, Stepvanners, Vanners, Van Lifers. That's I hashtag van life a lot of times because that's kind of my dream, is to live off the grid. And it'll start off in a van until I can find a place where I feel is home, and then that'll be home. And I always want to have that capability. My wife, and I don't talk about my wife that much because it's like I don't want to involve her in my videos with people ask questions, but she supports me in all my adventures. But this is kind of like my hobby. She has her hobbies, her interests. She's not interested at all in step vans, van life, any of that stuff. She will be as we get further down the road, because we will eventually downsize, and the mobility of being able to pack up and leave with minimalism and everything, she's gradually getting to that. But now she's still kind of in that nesting state, hashtag almost done nesting. But I don't talk about her much. We've been married, we're going on 25 years here in September. I don't talk a whole lot about my kids. I try to keep all that stuff separately. But anyways, once again, I'm going to get off here. I'm going to quit rambling. I always do that. I'll say I'm getting off here, and then I'll start rambling again. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.